Greeting teachers, we are team number 1, and the members of the team include Won Sok Heng, Soktipkul Kesai, Mainajata, and Mi Okheng Tetisna. So our team is going to give a presentation on the topic team structuring and the potential conflicts and effects of the team structuring. So the content of our presentation includes, firstly, the introduction, secondly, the literature review, thirdly, the case study and analysis, and lastly, the conclusion and recommendation. So I'm responsible for the introduction and the conclusion and recommendation. So first, I would like to start with the introduction. So whether it is in the academic world or the professional world, the phrase teamwork or being a player is always spoken of. Indeed, in such an ever-evolving connected world, this is one of the main elements which can help us succeed in various aspects of life. However, it is also essential that to achieve the common goal and vision, we are knowledgeable on the potential conflicts in structuring a team and its effect, so that we can avoid some of the most unproductive ways to structure the desirable team. Therefore, the potential conflicts which can rise from team structure include task conflict, relationship conflict, and process conflict. And although it may vary a bit, each potential conflict all can affect the performance and productivity of the teamwork. And as for the next part, my team members will be responsible for that.
Thank you, Visna, for the very precise introduction. So now we've known that conflicts in workplace are classified into 3 types: task, relationship, and process conflict. Now it's time to explore deeper into each element. Task conflict. Task conflict refers to the critical problems occurs when members in a team are having contrasting perceptions or point of views towards assignment or work projects, and it becomes more challenging to come to a solution. The more ideas they bring, the more complicated they are in making decisions. Here's an example to task conflict. A group of students are working on finding the resolution to a topic for their major assignment. Each and every member in the team suggests and give their own ideas toward what the topic should be. When there are too many different views, it becomes hard for them to agree on one adequate topic. This is when it leads them into dispute that we call task conflict. However, task conflict can bring either positive or negative result, depends on how the members in the team respond. The advantages of task conflict can be improvement in performance and creativities, job satisfaction, and development of self-awareness. However, the advantage of task conflict can be correlated to damaged relationship in the occasion that the members take the problem too personally. Another type of conflict is relationship conflict, which could subsequently occur after the task conflict. Relationship conflict happens from the differ in personality traits, style, matter of taste, and even conflict styles. The outcome of this conflict results in lack of concentration of communal goal, as everyone distracts one another and it ignites argument. For example, an organization begins to crumble when there is no trust and understanding found within a team. Members start to view each other as inferior to one another, and this inflicts damage upon their relationship, which will surely distract them from being successful. This is all for my part. I would like to hand the stage to Kesai.
So thank you, Nikita, for your clear explanations of the 2 main conflicts. So now let us move on to the last conflict, which is process conflicts. Process conflict is defined as the conflicts over the method or procedure that team should use for project completions. For instance, a project team is discussing on a method to acquire funds for their project, one group member suggests raising funds through advertising on Facebook or other social media platform, while another member proposed that they should seek for sponsor or investor from organizations that might find interest in the project. Then they decided to use the second method to proceed their project, but one team member is not following the step and he used the first one to post on the social media to raise funds. This made the project face the problem with donor, and it might also lead the team not to get any fund as well. After getting to know the definitions and the side effects of all the conflicts, we've also picked up some case studies just to guide you guys a better understanding on this topic, and I'm also responsible for the process conflicts related as well. In a construction company, the engineering department had a problem in their new housing project. They previously received a complaint from a customer about the broken wall of their house after they had just moved in for only a month. So they went to the site to observe the damage and fix it. However, this is not the end of the problem yet, as based on the quality of the house, it should not be breaking within 5 years. Then the manager called the site supervisor of the area to talk about the problems. After a lengthy discussion, he found out that the supervisor did not visit the site and undertake quality check regularly. Additionally, he didn't even read the quality control process instructions of the company. The manager realized that he missed the process of the engineering and undermined the quality of the house and even put customer at risk. For this case, the process conflicts occur from a staff who failed to follow the regulations of the company. The process conflict is incredibly crucial in this matter, as it will affect the lives of customer and also the reputations of the company. And I would like to hand the stage to Bong Heng, and he will explain you guys another case study. Thank you.
Thank you, Kisai, for a very good presentation. And now let's move on to the next case study, which is a case in a financial institution named A. During COVID-19 pandemic, a financial institution named A had been facing a problem with reaching their target. The marketing team was discussing things in a meeting to find a solution to the dropping in sales. The team consists of 5 members, including the manager and the 4 other members, being A1, A2, A3, and A4. The manager was asking his fellow colleagues to present some ideas on how they should approach this matter. A1 proposed that the company should have cooperate with the government to have farmers and other vulnerable groups, so the company would eventually gain benefit and support corporate social responsibility at the same time. However, A2 opposed that in these circumstances, if the company worked with the government, it would reduce the company profit margin and it would not have to reach the target. He suggested the company should stick to the old rules and promote by advertising. At the same time, A3 argued that if we stick to the old rule, we would not make any changes and we would lose our client to the competitors. Hence, he suggested taking care of our existing clients and let them refer us more customers. At this point, we can perceive the heat of the argument from the meeting as everyone refused each other's opinion. Meanwhile, A4 said the 3 suggestions were not suitable for the current situation. The company should have created new products that align with the needs of our contemporary society. The manager was then extremely concerned over the predicament that the team was falling into task conflicts. As he could not put a stop to the feud, he decided to dismiss the meeting. The following days, we noticed the tension between the team members, and the team performance was deteriorating. A few days later, the manager called everyone in for another meeting. At this time, he decided to inaccurate A1 propositions as it showed the most potential after his discussion with other managers. To sum up, the task conflicts in this case results in improvement of the company since there were many suggested ideas and the organization chose the best one. In contrast, the team did not treat the task conflicts the right way, as we can see the internal conflicts among the members. And this is the end of my part. I would like to hand the stage to Visna. Thank you.
And now we have reached to the part of conclusion and suggestion. So in conclusion, there are various dynamic aspects of teamwork, and among those aspects is the potential conflict which might happen as a result of team structuring. It is also important to note that those conflicts, such as the task conflict, relationship conflict, and process conflict, can all once again contribute to the degrees of productivity and performance of a team. Nevertheless, as a response to the case studies mentioned above, although impacted by different conflicts, the common problem occurs because of the miscommunication and the tension between the team members. As a solution, as one of the ways to structure a team, there shall be analysis on the strength and weakness of each member, and those strengths and weaknesses shall also be known to those team members themselves in advance before the team starts, so that they can prepare in some ways to be confronted with those differences if they truly want to be a part of the team. Such compatibility would help to create a dynamic team where there is healthy communication and thus leave room for consistent feedback and growth. Thank you for listening, lecturer, and this marks the end of our presentation. Thank you.